rapidly towards the blue parking lot. So I asked him, "Do you have the blue parking permit?" He said, "Today is spring break. I should be free to park over there, right?" Well, I don't know. So, when we got to his car, boom, a ticket. The story didn't just end here. At that night, he called me and said, "Suyang, I'm Dan." "What do you mean you're Dan?" "Because on my way home, there was a truck in front of me carrying debris and stones. Suddenly, there was a stone fell off the truck and hit the front car window." "Are you okay?" "Yeah, don't worry, I'm okay, but I spent about $50 to repair it." So I asked him, "Do you think you really should visit me today? Because I don't think you were in a good luck today." He said, "Yeah, I know. Maybe I should check online and see what the I Ching says." So he checked online, and this is a typical image of Chinese fortune teller. He came back and said, "Suyang, I was impressed." Why? Because I Ching said, today is not a good day to visit a friend. Wow, I was impressed too. He said, "You know what? Probably I should spend some time to study about I Ching." I think maybe go ahead. So, while my friend is studying I Ching, let's talk a little bit about I Ching itself. This is one of the immortal books of Chinese history. And it originates at the beginning of Neolithic. At that time, there's one man called Fu Xi. He was deemed as the pioneer of Chinese civilization. He taught people how to go hunting, go fishing, and he can also good at whether today is a good day to go hunting or fishing. So people trust him and ask him every day. Eventually, you know, when people get to ask you the same question over and over again, you get bored. So what did he do? Remember, there's no characters at that time. So he used a solid line to represent one thing, and dashed line to represent another thing. When you have 3 lines, you have 8 combinations. And in the middle, you have a circle. And you divide that into 2 parts. One is yin, one is yang. Yin means dark. Yang represents shining. Let me ask the first question Josh has mentioned. How many people think yin and yang, dark and shining, are 2 separate, 2 different things? How many people think? Good. So please listen carefully. Because according to I Ching, and most Chinese people believe that yin and yang, they are essentially the same. They are just 2 different stages. But under different scenarios, yin can convert to yang, and yang can change back to yin. And on the outline, you see there is 8 symbols. And that represents the change of the world. The world is not static. The world keeps changing, keeps evolving. And that's the origin of I Ching. 2,500 years ago, there's another famous man called Confucius. He gives an annotation about I Ching and expanded. Instead of 3 lines, now you have 6 lines. In other words, you have 64 combinations. Okay, enough introduction. And my friend called me back and said, "Suyang, I think I got it." "What do you mean you got it?" "I think I got the secret of the universe, of the success." And that's the thing he mentioned. This is a divinatory symbol. This is called a heaven. There are 6 solid lines, and each line represents different stage of your life. And this one especially applies for those people full of ambitions and to achieve something in their life. Like Bobby, you want to be a prestigious doctor in your field. Like Ashik, you want to be a successful entrepreneur in your life. So listen carefully to me. Those apply to you. The first stage, hidden dragon. At the very beginning, you are vulnerable. You don't have resources, but it doesn't mean you should give up. It's a stage. You should gain strength and wait for the opportunity. The second one is called emerging. Finally, you have enough strength, and you begin to emerge in your field. Like Ashik, your app ranks the top in one of the categories. And I think you are now being categorized as an emerging dragon. At this stage, it's very important to meet someone. What does that mean? You should find a mentor. Jobs and Larry Page, they are genius, but they cannot be so successful without their own mentors. Third stage, be cautious. Previously, even though you are a dragon, but you are hidden, nobody paid attention to you. But now, not only you are gaining reputation, you also attract attack from your jealous colleagues or enemies. So you are warned. Then, this is a jumping dragon. It means in your life, you should be very sensitive to those opportunities and jump over it. And it eventually becomes a flying dragon. So successful, so free. But is that the end of the story? Unfortunately, no. There is a sixth one called proud dragon. A proud dragon would regret. What does that mean? The dragon's goal is at the top of the mountain. It want to fly over there. But eventually when it got to the top, where is he going to go? Nowhere, right? Unless you choose a different path and choose another cycle of the dragons I just mentioned about. So that's the secret of success. Be aware which stage you are and take actions accordingly. Maybe you don't have to pay attention to my suggestion, but you should definitely carry the message of the change. Nothing is static. Everything is change. Now, if things doesn't work for you, just hang on over there, and eventually, you'll be fine. If you're very successful, be careful. You're warned, because the danger might be just around the corner. Thank you very much.